Ready to Love, Make a Move Season 1 premiere. What are my thoughts? Let's jump into it. When I first heard about the Ready to Love spinoff, I was a bit hesitant to give it a chance. Many of you already know my feelings about the original Ready to Love series, and I was concerned that this new spinoff series would be more of the same. But after having watched the first episode, there were some things that I actually liked and there were some things that I really didn't care for. So for this first season of Ready to Love, Make a Move, we have the cast members Ashley, Vernisha, Zadia, and Charisse. And upon learning about who would be on the show, my immediate reaction was that there were two cast members who were fan favorites, and there were two that were villains during their respective seasons of Ready to Love. And it was my belief that the show asked Zadia and Charisse to be part of it because they could push the drama for the season. Because what is a Ready to Love season without unnecessary drama? But as I continued to watch the episode, my mind was slightly put at ease due to the abundance of scenes featuring Ashley in skin-tight outfits and bikinis. And one could say that Ashley is blessed and highly favored. Can I get an amen? Vernisha is also easy on the eyes because she's thicker than cold Rotel dip. So I see where production done for this episode. Zadia and Charisse provide the drama, and just when you had enough of the drama, Vernisha and Ashley do their job to reel you in with their assets. But I thought that the overall concept of the show was pretty interesting. Tamica Lee is the host, and she introduced the 4 women to 25 single guys to choose from. The women each choose one guy that they want to get to know, solely based on looks, and then once the guy is chosen, the women get to spend their one-on-one time with them. When the time is up, the other women then get to switch and mingle with the guys that were selected. The women then choose which of the 4 guys they want to go on an official date with, and the twist in this process is that the women can all choose the same guy if they wanted to. Now another twist in the process is that the host Tamica gets to also pick dates for the women. So what I liked about the process is that it does a great job at separating itself from the original Ready to Love process, which has proven to be a failure. We as a viewing audience are locked in with the same main cast members, and we get to watch their journey as they search for love and a potential reason to relocate to New Orleans, because the name of the show is Make a Move. So here are my observations from episode 1. When it comes to Ashley, I've been on the record saying that I love me some Ashley, but I'm not sure that this process is the best for her. During this episode, Ashley and her emotions were all over the place. And of course, most Ready to Love fans already know that Ashley has her own unique personality. But such a personality can be a bit much for some guys to handle, and looks can only take a person but so far. For example, when Ashley was interacting with Donald, some of her antics came off as Ashley being goofy, and some guys may not take her seriously because of it. Now I don't speak for all guys, but I do know how a lot of guys think, and a lot of guys will see a woman like Ashley and say or do whatever it took to crack the buns a few times before getting out of Dodge. And according to the season previews, Ashley and Donald have a falling out somewhere down the line because he may have had enough of her personality. So I commend Ashley's approach in asking Donald to be himself because she's going to be herself. But I think that most men do not have the luxury of being on 100% themselves during the dating process because it will be met with judgment from women. Speaking of judgment, I wasn't surprised to see Charisse judging Antonio because of his age, his number of kids, and because he admitted to cheating before. Antonio did exactly what Ashley wanted a guy like him to do, and he was friend-zoned with the quickness because of it. Now I seriously doubt that Charisse will find any meaningful connections on the show, and that's based on my intuition. I don't think that Charisse will ever truly settle down because she wants a perfect man and she's not a perfect woman. We then have Vernisha, who had a connection with Jabari. I thought that this connection was one of the more genuine connections for the episode, and Jabari seemed to fit right in with what Vernisha was looking for. But it seems like Vernisha had her guard up the entire time when she was talking to Jabari, and she's not really letting anyone get close to her heart that easily. And that's within her right to do given what she's experienced in the Ready to Love process. But I do have to question whether Vernisha was truly ready to jump back in the dating scene with the possibility of relocating to be with a guy. And lastly, there's Zadia, aka the chairwoman of the Brown Girl Squad. For this episode, she picked Richard out of the crowd to get to know, but she was turned off by his line of questioning and walked off. Zydia then decided to go on a date with Jabari, and even though the process allows the women to date the same guys, we know that women can be territorial, and it's only a matter of time before something like this can come back to bite the women. But Zydia friend-zoned Richard as well as Jabari, and she's ready to move on to the next. So I guess the $1 million question is, would I recommend this show as a must-see, or should you treat the show like a bill collector and avoid it? In my humble opinion, I think you should treat the show like a bill collector and avoid it, and here's why. Because for me, my recommendation boils down to 2 reasons: casting and concept. In my opinion, for this type of show, I would have liked to see 4 women who really deserved another shot at the Ready to Love process. And in the perfect season, I would likely keep Vernisha and Ashley, but I would have liked to have seen somebody like Liz, Aries, Looney, Tamica, or Winter to be on the show over Charisse and Zydia. Sure, these other women may not be as drama-filled and entertaining as Zydia and Charisse, but they are beautiful women of substance, and I truly believe that fans of the show would rather see genuine love connections over mindless moments of ignorance. But the concept that these women will actually relocate to another city to be with a man that they've known for only a few weeks is asinine. And I'm 100% sure that most of these women would never relocate for a man that they just met on a reality TV show that's on a second-rate network. And I'm sure that most high-value men are not going on reality TV shows to find love because they can find it easily wherever they go. So for those reasons, I can pretty much guesstimate that none of these women will find the man of their dreams on this show, which for me makes it pointless to watch. However, I do feel that this concept could be adapted to the original Ready to Love series. Picture this: 4 women and 4 men who serve as the main cast members will get to stay at a resort, and they get to choose from dates with 16 men and women. The host will also have input on who the cast members date. And most importantly, there's no senseless eliminations, therefore, there's no need for folks to form alliances and fake the funk to stay on the show. But those are just my thoughts, and this marks the end of the video. Feel free to leave all the comments below in the comment section, and I'll be sure to reply to everybody. Until next time, stay tuned and stay safe. Peace.